Welcome back, everyone, to the Bears Probably Plays YouTube channel. Today is Wednesday, February 26th, and I'm back breaking down some more college basketball plays for you all. Before we talk about the games for Wednesday and before we talk about the recap on Tuesday night, the game we're still doing. If you want to get in college basketball player prop any given night you want to get into it, you can. Just drop your favorite player prop in the comment section. Winner at the end of the NBA season will get an NBA jersey. We are streaking. So, longest streak wins the NBA jersey. Here is a look at the updated leaderboard. Currently, I am winning. 4-game winning streak. If I do win, I'll just randomly give it away. I'm not going to just win the jersey. I'll give it away to somebody who entered. I'll put everybody on a wheel, and we will do it that way. But I'm only four-win streak right now. Should have took Jaren Jackson Jr., like I said, in the NBA side. But I took Luka under 31.5 because his over is so popular tonight. I don't know. Feels like the under might hit. But, yeah, if you want to get into this, go for it. Just all you got to do is drop your NBA player prop in the comment section. You don't have to do it every single night. But if you do, put your name right there, and we will start streaking. And I'll put your player prop right there. Win, you can go to 2 streaks, 3 streaks, 4 streaks. I don't care. As many as you want. The winner will get that NBA jersey at the end of the season. But let's take a look now at the NCAA basketball leaderboard from Tuesday night. Currently, 2-0. Cincinnati almost blew it. Sure did. Up 13.5. Baylor up with 8 minutes left in the game. Cincinnati back up by 5 with 2 minutes left in the game. 3 by Baylor, cut to 2. Cincinnati, horrible possession turnover. Baylor, horrible possession on the offensive side. Cincinnati hits a dagger 3, thought it was over. No. Baylor comes back, hits a 3. Cincinnati gets fouled, makes neither. Makes neither. Baylor has a chance to win it or tie it at 62-64, I believe the score was at the time. And a missed shot from deep, I want to say. And an offensive rebound by Omer. And it was just wrestled away by Cincinnati, and they missed the free throw and tipped it out because Baylor wasn't paying attention on the 1-on-1. So we get to win Cincinnati on the money line. Jizzle James, 18 points in the game, was a big part of why Cincinnati won that game, although Baylor did shut him out in the last 6 minutes of the game. So pretty good defense by Baylor in the last 6 minutes. Also, wanted to note before I talk about anything else, the announcer and people announcing that teams can't storm the court until the team clears the court is absolute bullshit in college basketball. That is, I don't care if you got to pay a $5 million fine. Universities can pay that. They're loaded, most of them. If you beat number 3, Florida, Georgia, rivalry matchup, if you beat number 3 on your home floor and you are a last 4 team out or next 4 team out, you should be able to storm the floor without the announcer saying, hey, can nobody storm the floor for 3 minutes until we clean everything up? That just takes the fun out of storming the court. So that's bullshit. In college basketball, that needs to change. I understand like player health because Kyle Filipowski flopped one time, but that's ridiculous. Let the people storm the court if you get a big win against the top 25 team. Other plays, Alabama, they're dominating. It's 29-13 right now. Josh Hubbard picked up 2 fouls, which sucks for us because we'll probably go 3-1. But without Josh Hubbard, Mississippi State has looked horrible, and this Alabama defense looks like a top 5 defense without Josh Hubbard on the floor because Mississippi State has no sort of the rhythm whatsoever. Like I said, 29-13 right now with 8 minutes left. Looking like a route ski for Alabama. Hopefully that continues. Let's go on to the games for Wednesday. Michigan State going up against Maryland. I've said many times I don't think Michigan State's that good. Maybe they are that good. They beat Purdue and Michigan. But again, those are 2 teams, Purdue and Michigan, that I also think aren't very good. So it's Tom Izzo. Great coach. I'm still on the side of Michigan State. Maybe not that good of a team. I am 100% convinced on this Maryland team. One of the best teams in the country, and they meet all the criteria for a March Madness run. So maybe a lot of people thinking of Maryland as a dark horse this season, but they've got a great front court, great back court. Gillespie, Jacoby, Queen, Reese. This team is loaded with scoring talent. Maybe the best starting 5 in the country, Maryland. This is one hell of a team that they have over there. They've won 4 consecutive games. This is going to be their toughest matchup since beating number 17 Wisconsin on their home floor. Going to have to beat Michigan State, who I believe is now in the top 10. They are, yes, number 8 in the country. So they got to be another top 10 team on their home floor. I think they do it. I'll take Maryland here, minus 3.5 as the first play of the day. Second play, Vanderbilt against A&M. I just don't know what to say about A&M anymore. 2 tough losses. One against Mississippi State, kind of a brutal loss. Lost that one by 16. They were in that game against Tennessee, actually winning the majority of that game, especially in the first half going up against Tennessee. The James just slipped through their fingers in the 8-minute mark and longer in the second half. Tennessee wins that game 77-69. The scoring production from A&M is something that we should talk about. They're not very good at scoring unless Taylor has 25+ or Phelps has 25+. They go in these really big scoring droughts just like Mississippi State's doing right now. It's now 35-15. This Alabama team's incredible. But For this game, Vanderbilt's not a great defensive team, so I do think A&M will get the win. Vanderbilt's a very good scoring team as well, though. So especially if they get some production off their bench, like they did from Manning in the other game. Who'd they play? We took them. Ole Miss, yeah, they beat Ole Miss at home in their last game. So if Vanderbilt gets production off the bench, maybe they win this game. But I'll take the points plus 7.5. I'm not laying 7.5 with A&M after back-to-back losses and an offense that doesn't look great. So give me Vanderbilt here plus 7.5 as the play. Player props, already talked about one of them. We're going to go back. Sorry, Koby Gillespie over his total assists in this game going up against Michigan State. Hasn't been shooting the ball a ton over the last couple of games, 11-11, 14-12. Like I said, Maryland has maybe one of the best starting fives in the country. They have scoring all over the floor. Gillespie has scored a lot of points, 20-26 over the last 2 games, but he's also been dishing the rock. 7 assists, 4 assists. I think in this game, Michigan State will be guarding the perimeter pretty tightly. Dishes it down low to Reese, dishes it down low to Queen. I think it's a lot of production here from the big boys down low for Maryland. I think Gillespie will benefit from that from the assist column. So I'm going to take the over total assists in this game. I think he will look to pass more than score in this one against Michigan State as the first play of the day. And for the last play, Jackson Robinson still out, Butler still out, I believe, for Kentucky. Both of them coming into this game questionable going up against Oklahoma. My instincts and my guts telling me that they will sit them in this game on the road, and then they bring them back in their next home game because there's no reason to rush them, really. Kentucky's going to make the March Madness tournament. Depends on what seed you get in the March Madness tournament or what seed you get in the conference play, but I don't think they're really worried about that. They want to make sure their players are 100% healthy going into the conference tournament and March Madness, so I don't think they will be rushed back in this game. So that means Koby Brea will most likely be in the starting lineup once again. I'm going to go over the total points because this Kentucky team, if you take away, which we saw in that game against Alabama, they're really a team that needs production from the outside from Koby, and I do think we're going to see it once again in this game. 20 points in the last one going up against Alabama. Oklahoma, not a great team, not a great defensive team. I think we see Kentucky take advantage from the outside in this one. Give me the over total points, 11.5, 12.5, somewhere around there. Only averaging 10.9 in the season, but I do think the number will be a little bit up because, again, one of the more point productive guys now with the other 2 guys on the bench or injured, and this Oklahoma team not very good. So I'm going to go over the total points for Koby Brea as the final play of the day. Let's go to that NBA recap graphic. We will take Maryland minus 3.5 going up against Michigan State. Would take money line, but minus 2.5 is my cutoff for money line, so we'll take Maryland minus 3.5. Vanderbilt with the points. I do think Texas A&M wins that game, but the offensive struggles for A&M has me a little bit concerned. So give me the points there with Vanderbilt. Jacoby Gillespie over 4.5. Sis played up to 5.5. Actually, don't play it up to 5.5. 4.5. Yeah, I'll play it up to 5.5. Yeah, played with 5.5. Maryland's explosive. Maryland's a team that can put up 85-plus points every single night. So we'll take up to 5.5. I do think it'll be 4.5, though, as the play there. And then Koby over his total points, 11.5, 12.5, maybe 13.5. But I'll take his over total points, whatever it comes out at. That's also depending if Jackson Robinson or Butler play. But again, I think they will both sit out in this one, and that'll give us Koby Brea in the starting lineup so we can bet him. So over the total points as the final play of the day there. That's going to do it for the NCAA basketball picks and props for Wednesday, February 26th slate of games. If you guys enjoyed the content, please sure to drop a like this video and subscribe channel below. See you guys next video, and thanks for watching.